ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯡ ꯎꯁꯝ ꯅꯤꯡꯊꯧꯈꯣꯝꯕ ꯃꯤꯇꯩ ꯑꯩ ꯏꯪꯂꯤꯁꯀꯤ ꯑꯣꯖꯥꯅꯤ.
Hi everyone. Ngasi akhoi tawdru chapter sina chapter number 11 from class 8 ka. God created man and women as equals. Just magi title si dekho khangma ngamgani ka. It is about the equality between man and women ka. And nupi ga nupa ga gi ani hak se manaba. Ada aina hainingba amagadi lay akhoi na sigi word se women hena akhoi pronounce tawgani ka. It is not women ka. Women hena pade ka. WOMAN oiragana nupi amakhatang singular oiragana kari haigaduba woman. And again, if it is plural, it is pronounced as women ka. Women hana koi pronounce on abo hotnagadawani ka. Although we have the habit of pronouncing it in a wrong way ka, but we should try to correct it ka. Aduna yengsi mai sigi chapter sidana haning lisi kaino. Actually, today's chapter is based on the discourse and discussion between a mother called Ashangbi and her daughter Lanthoi ko. Masagi mama Ashangbi ko ba amaga adi machan pi simaming sa Lanthoi ko re. Adaga Ashangbi ga Lanthoi gi mabani gi discussion hai tare ne. Maduda based about madugumba chapter amakhangni ko intam doise. Starting magi wari sigi aho wuda kedawi akhoi the picture amakhule, a kind of picture about of their house ko and the surrounding mogi leriba house dune magi surrounding akoi budune madugi picture amakhule kai naman uli se man haining wahai se the man describe to picture se kai no matam da ngasai gi kind of site of peace hai tare na khoi gi shanti oiba ko madugumba ing lauba yam ing machikpa shanti oiba April gi morning amakhne hai mana ko. So the house and its surrounding are a site of peace and early morning of April. And then the story ko is magi ahanba picture sida mana describe to risa sida kai describe to mana picture amak sagatli sida mana hairi jing saigi house gi mogi yum gi nakanda khara nakna small stream mama cheli high crystal clear water. Then again mana sida green mountains. Only 2 miles or so away ko mogi yum dudagi na just about only 2 miles kuma chatlaga ko just after walking about 2 miles there is a green mountain high. Then again mana kay palli sida stream pan gre mountain pan gre and sida mana kay palli nga sagi lobuk am hai tare ko a stretch of hundreds of acres of fertile land rolling with yellow mustard flower hangama pal hai tare ko adugi mustard flower ko mustard means hangam gi magi yellow machu oiba magi lei mapan sa badugi yamna fazaba yellowish oiba hai tare ni yamna fazaba keno ma lobuk ki fazaba scenery ma beautiful oiba ko ama utli man. Then again magi yum in front of the house there is a garden ko, and in this garden you will find lots of trees of many kinds bearing flowers of various colors and fruits ko makal gi color gi makal gi shade oiba flower makal mayam ma satpa. Then again fruits mayam ma leiba ko madugumba trees mayam khangna pink thalaga leiba fajaraba garden ma lei. So in this part, in this description, the writer of the story is trying to give us a picture about the surrounding of the Ashangbi's house ko. Ashangbi magi mayum amasung magi surrounding do utlibani. Now, huzi akoina Ashangbi haibasigi magi matang da mung yengsi. Ashangbi si kanano, she is a middle-aged mother of 3 children and she is a journalist and she is also a women's right activist ko ma se middle age oiba khara miyai chalaba ko madugumba nupi amani mother of 3 children angang ahum gi ko, and she is also a journalist hadi kaino ngisai gi press ki media gi thabak to mi sing du khoina journalist an ko woni khabar da kai da khoi gi journal iba leidana ko madu boy khoina sa article gi ibado ko madu boy khoina journalist an ko. Then ma se adugi su mathak kari su oi ma se women's rights activist amani ko. So she is a kind of person who fights for the right of the women ko women folks ma'am jagi nupi sing gi damakta makhoi gi right ki damakta lanthing na badugumba women's rights activism oidune. Right now she is in her reading room busy. She is right now busy writing an article ko masagi magi khabar da pauche da phong na ba article am ka ibagi damakta khara busy oiriba timing am khagne. Then in this hujiki mana reading room sida article iringai sida kaidogani hematamda magi machanupi her youngest daughter Lanthoi will enter the room ko. So then again, let's see who is Lanthoi. Lanthoi se mase kedawi mase karama makhalgi nupi machano Asangbi youngest daughter. She is the youngest daughter of Asangbi, and she is a very intelligent girl. Today she looks thoughtful. Ngasi di makadore yam thoughtful loire. She is a kind of thinking something ko. Kay mama yam wakhala makhalaga lakpi mong toy ko. So she takes a seat by her mother's side while her mother was writing an article busy in writing an article, she takes a seat by her mother's side and she sat down aduga mabani wari sana bahorok duini mana hai mother, tomorrow I'm going to participate in a symposium at our school ima ai hayeng di akhoi school gi symposium ama tawduri adugi symposium competition du da ai saruk yaga duini hai So, do you know what is symposium? Symposium is a khangra. Symposium, some of you might have know what is symposium. Some of you might have not heard about it. Kanagumana khara khangam be, kanagumba khan taram driba khang the boyam be. Symposium hai baje khoi yam nungai ba khoi keno ma khakni competition oina ge sen ba yaba ko adugumba event ama khakni hai tare activity ama khakni. Kamahin toge matam sida you are going to be given a topic, and on that topic you are going to talk about it ko nan noi gi wakhan da lak jaba khang noi na khangjaba me hama noi na lairik paru budi ni khangde or noi gi ahal laman sing de gi hang ubudagi ni khangde, whatever you know about the topic you are going to speak it ko in front of the people standing in a on a stage ko stage ama de lepaga mic sida wasing ngang gaduini. Then mamang judge sing ne ramgani judge sing duna e mana ngang sina hena phajai mana ngang sina khara watlen toraga they will decide you ka aduga noi the points pibirani aduga winner thorok to ni first second third ka thorok to ni yam nungai ba competition ama khakni. And today mana kai hai hujiki nupi macha sina Lanthoi sina chang aga my mama sida hai ko that mother, tomorrow I'm going to take part in a symposium competition which is going to be held in our school ko, and I'm going to take part in ko madugi juda ai saru yaga duine bo ko aduna nga sai gi ai se khara discussion to mina sen hai duine ma ko. So what is the topic? The topic is God created man and women as equals ko. Ishorna laina ko miyoi ba akhoi se nupa oigera nupi oigera ko nupi su nupa su animak se equal oina sembirak panese ko habadi nupa ne hena chauna semana taba nupi ne hena chauna semana taba nupa da ne hena favor to semana taba. So God is not favoring anyone ko, either man or women ko. God ne kedawi man su women su animak se chap manaba equal status ta semakibani hai topic se ko. So she further says so that will you spare some time to have a discussion with me ko. Lanthoi presses on her mother. So Lanthoi she's requesting her mother ko to have a kind of discussion ko. Discussion na makak tomina se sige haribo topics ay hey yung wangang gaduini aduna khara takpiyo na hai. Then wadi makhatadring da magi kenogi amu yengsi Lanthoi gi na mapa Asangbi gi na husband ko tomba magi matandong yengsi tomba sina karma mino because nasagi tomba siga kenoga hojiki Lanthoi siga discussion tawdi tawnarurabani ko tawnaruraga laaga mama jida hangboi dune duna maduga muka makhata ba wari ji khangna nabagi damakta we still have to know about her father ko. So let's see who is Tomba ko, what kind of person he is. Tomba si kanano Asangbi gi husband and the father of Lanthoi. So Tomba is a very supportive husband and a loving father ko yamna support over ko, a person who supports his wife ko, who supports his family magi family bu magi wife bu support am to wiba madugumba nupa makhakni husband makhakni, and also a loving father ko nasai gi children sing dugi angang sing du bu yamna care lo wiba haidare madugumba father makhakni. Maduga muksu kedoi maje he is also a lawyer and a social worker ko. Mas lawyer had ukil ko and social worker, a person who works for the society ko. So who advocates the cause of women? See, magi nupi sa Asangbi ne kedawa women's rights activist ko. Chap manana magi nupa sisu kedawre. He is also an advocate. He is also a lawyer who advocates the cause of women ko. Masagi nupi singi damakta hotna biba hai tare nupi singi thak se status se wangkhatna na bagi hotna biba ko. A person who works for the upliftment of the status of women ko madugumba misagam way mase. He is always proud of his wife, his two daughters and a son ko, and he also helps in doing the household chores like cleaning, washing, cooking, and feeding the children. Simo de khoyam tawgandi akoina most of our family the khoni yengba matam da ko kedowi akoi gi imung da leiba akoi gi baba hoi moi myam se ayam matam da ko if they do it's very good ko ayam matam da kon ga se phengna de ka phi gi kya suna de karam man he kan sugale ayam matam da akoi family gi mama gum balai basina ko most of the time ko akoi gi mama gum basina sugale aduga ngasai gi father gum basidi moidi kya sugumba phi subogumba kon phemogumba white tebugumba se they hardly do it ko but if your father does it it's very good of him ko yam phai. While discussing the topic with her daughter, Lanthoi said, "My dear child, the world is still full of inequalities. We have to find a way to bring equality between men and women." Aduda khoi hojik mapagi character matang khatame that he is a very supportive father, loving husband, loving father, main to hai. But before discussing this topic with her mother, Lanthoi na my mama di manakta laga, ngasai discuss taw nari dana ko. But sige mamang tang ngasai gi kenogi manakta chaluraga, ngasai mapagi manakta chaluraga, mapaga discuss taw na krabaneba. So while discussing about the topic ko with her daughter ko, Lanthoi ko, ngasai gi mapa tumba sina kay hai gi matam na tumba sina father tumba sina kay hai, ngasai gi keno sida magi machan pi sida ko that my dear child ko, the world is still full of inequalities ko. Akhoi world se masida akhoi malim sida inequalities mayam amakak manadaba mayam khak leiribo ko. We have to find a way to bring equality between men and women ko. Nupaga nupiga anisige marakta inequality mayam ama leiri ko. We face lots of inequalities and we still have to find a way to bring this equality ko, to break down this inequality and bring equality between men and women ko. Nupiga nupaga anisi khenari base base khena handaba anisi mana hanbagi darkar yamna tai haina mapana hai ko. So hujina mu kai dore Lanthoi sina mamai manakta la akan sida magi mapana swan have the ninjang aga ko adu main tammaga mama sida haije. Then appreciating of a husband's view ko magi husband gi habidi magi mapa ngasai gi Lanthoi gi mapa magi tomba duna hairik liba ngasai gi wari mayam do magi ngasai gi inequality leiri adu equality darkar tai gi hari busingje. So she was supporting ko mazu yam yaningi asang bisu yaningi asang bina makata na hari kanoda Lanthoi da ko. Your father is right ko. My child, your father is right. In no society do women enjoy the same opportunities enjoyed by men ko. So there is no such society where women and men are equal ko. Akhoi na haijawe wani kano dadi akhoi gi sigi society sida di nupi na thak wangi nupa na thak kano tawdi ka haijawe wani nupa ka nupi ka thak mani haiwe wani. There is no society in this whole world where women and men they enjoy the same opportunities ko. Ani mag se mathak manana chatpado leiti na hai ko. Sige matang kita akhoi dum ningseng bosu yai ko. Akhoi se kedawi akhoi Manipur de sumangai re. Akhoi Manipur de ngasai gi nupi la ga tawtana khotana ko. We have seen lots of things ko. And we have a imam market ko. Imam market chide kedawi that only women are allowed to sit there ko, to open their shops ko. Mo khoi gi porhom phamba ga do nupi khatana pham ga do buni ka hai adugum rule phasa mayam ama leikre ko. So no doubt Manipuri women are not timid. Manipuri women are not coward ko. Manipuri women they came forward ko to fight for their motherland. Mo khoi mama leba ki damakta lan thing na bo gi damakta thorok padana ga toiba nupi la daga se nupi ngakta hobo lan ne nupa di maning le do ne ko. No doubt, there is no doubt ko. Adu ba kai there are some places ko, some sections even in our society ko that where we can see that women and men are not equal ko. Hoju dum ngasai nupi na mapan thokpada nupi na ahing nupi na amam athing chatpada adum akhoi na nupi ni mapan chakanu ga haini dana ko. Adudi kanagum amana dress ama set lakpa matam da kedawi maitei nupi ni haraga ma phane pusetti kaina leidana ko. Adumai tawdana such kinds of mentality is still there ko. Adubo akhoi adu mayam do khoi thingna na bohot na ga do buni equality pro na bohot na ga do buni gyan ta na bohot na ga do buni hainangi ne ko. So it is because of your father ko mana makhata hairi ni mama se na ko. The mother is continuing ko. It is because of your father that I feel no difference or inequality at home ko. It is all because of your father that since he is a very good person, a very loving person ko, a loving husband, caring father ko, aduna maram mora kan ke dawi mana imung gi thabak thorom su mating mayam pangbi bani na I don't feel that kind of difference. I don't feel that kind of inequality at my home ko. But outside our home, aikoigi yumjigi mapan hek thokpagadi kedawe. I have seen that women have been subjugated in many ways. That women have been oppressed. Nupi singje yumjigi manung sidadi, since her father is a very good person, nungai riba. But outside this home, yumsi hek mapan thok matamdadi, ngasai nungai taba, nupi singge thak manadaba, nupi bu khantani yengbiba miding mayama ka khoi uba phangani na hai ko mana. Her daughter, though a child, also understands well that her mother is not a person of lesser quality than her father ko. Masu ngang ojabu taraga su ngasagi lanthoi si dikhange aigi imaga aigi babaga se akhoi imana ke su ta de da ko. She is not lesser than my father ko. She is as equally as powerful, as responsible as my father hana khanba nupi macha ama khangni ko. So very lovingly mana ka hai, our home mother, our home is full of love with you, mother ko. Nang yawudegi aikogi imung se full of love oirabani sine ko. This is very true ko. No suna khogi imung manung uwa fangani ko. The bond of love between a mother and her family is beyond comparison. Imung khuding makiwari ni sisi ko. Ngasai kano da aikogi yum family khuding makiwari ni family khuding magta family sing jiga magi mama ga magi mother ne aduga magi family ne ani gi bonding je. It is something which is beyond comparison ko with anything else in this world. Prithvi se leba bot kanam ta relation amataga ngasai gi kedoba compare to yadaba makhag relation amakhak ne ko. The bond of love between a mother and her family ko. So on the other hand, Lanthoi was fascinated by the stories of great women like Linthoi Ngambi or Kuranganayani ko, who were brave as kings ko. Thainagi ariba wari mama Linthoi Ngambi yu oigera, Kuranganayani yu oigera, mohi sagi ningthou yaudrega su ningthougi chapmanaba mongda responsible oihiba maduguma wari mama ma takre from her grandfather, from her grandmother and everyone ko. Madu mayam dasu mayam fascinated tawi, she is very amazed ko. Aduga akhoi kari su yengbe. Nowadays, in modern age, there is nothing that a woman cannot do. Hojiti kay daw modern age sidadi nga sagi muka nga sagi nupi na tobang amdaba kasi litre nupi na nga sagi doctor OBI, nupi na police OBI, nupi na engineer OBI, nupi na chief minister OBI, oining boy. There is nothing that women cannot do. At main taw na Lanthoi na sugumokwakan si mana khali ko. So Lanthoi told her mother that she have said that men and women are equal. Nupi ka nupaka chakman na in high ko, and also have emphasized the world. That the world is still an unequal world ko. Adubu kay dawi nupi ka nupa kasi Prithvi sidadi sum akoy gi leriba sama sidadi ko world sidadi nupi ka nupa kasi unequal na treatment to be high ko. So she further asks ko, what would I like to know is if there are moral, social and legal provisions to enable women to express their physical and mental potential and to set themselves free from suppression. Mina namthabirak po da namthanadabagi damakta nupi sing su makoy caliber, makoy potential do utnanabagi damakto ko ngasai any kind of rules, moral oigera, social oigera, legal oiba point of view that law gi marilena ba da atopang sagi kari provision leibagi sin haning hang izmana ko, because mana bomdi tho ani dubu mandi manadri na hairi bani na. Aduda mamana komi, her mother replied that there are many rules. Under the aegis of the United Nations, there is a declaration for a new wall of equality. Aduga nga sagi United Nations gi makapo na nga sagi kedugi matamda moina kaino khara points khara pitu othami madugi points dugi matungi na nga sagi nupi ga nupaga se right chap mane nupi gi sumokhoi potential hen uthok ni magi tanja pi bi yai hadna sigi points mari singse pitu oga thami ko. Number 8 kari haini equal access to basic social services including health and education ko. Nasagi basic oiba health amasung education nga mari na poting the loina mo khogi equal access pi da nupi ni hen ba nupa ni hen ba laitaba. Number B, the equal participation in political and economic decision making ko. Political gi issue do oigera, economic decision making do oigera ko. Haibidi laibak nga pagamari le na ba do oigera na traga na sel thung mari na ba hiram do oigera, that women also should be given equal participation. Number C, the kari hairi equal reward for equal work ko ngasai thabak chap manaba ki to taragadi madugi tolop haitare madu chap manana pibigado equal salary should be there ko. There is no such rules that women should get more or men should get more ko. Everybody should get the same ko. Then elimination of discrimination and violence against women ko. Ngasai nupi gi mayo ka to work crime sing ko. Hai discrimination nupi bu hantaning bi bani khangde nupi bu hubi ba chai bi bani khangde. Such kinds of things should be abolished, should not be done. Suguma rules kar thammi ko. So after this valuable discourse with her mother, Lantoi became much more confident that she will do great in the symposium. Magi symposium to do is a competition je. Sida mas gi my performance phajagani haidana mana khan ki ko.